Good afternoon, everyone. Now we're going to have a debate on the very interesting topic of AI. Will it replace humans in the workforce? As we prepare, I would like to tell you guys about the format of this debate. So the debate will have 4 people for the topic and 4 people against the topic. There will be 3 minutes for each speaker. And we will start with against, and then another speaker for 3 minutes each. I call it? Okay. So we have 4 people against the topic, which is a very trendy topic now that you hear a lot in many different places. The 4 people that are going to be against the topic are Professor Mansoor Alaali, the president of Ahlia University. I would like to call him on stage. And we have Dr. Mohammad Kanan, the Vice Dean of Scientific Research of the University of Business and Technology. We have Dr. Hanan Nasser, Associate Provost in American University, Bahrain. Against, we're all next to each other. And we have Dr. Reem Hamdan, Acting Vice President for Academic Affairs in the University College, Bahrain. These 4 are going to be against. And then we have the 4 people that are going to be for the topic are going to be Ms. Esmat Ali Jaffer, the General Director of NQF and National Examinations in BQA Bahrain. We have Dr. Lefteris Kretsos, a lecturer at Brunel University, London, UK. We have Dr. Esra AlDhaen, Executive Director of Strategy, Quality and Sustainability at Ahlia University. And we have Dr. Ammar Al Hawaj, Executive Director of Communications and International Relations at Ahlia University. So we want this debate to be very interactive. We would like you guys to join us as well. So you will have a chance to say your opinions and as well as vote at the beginning and the end. So we want to see if they were able to sway your opinions. If you started maybe with another opinion and the debaters were able to sway your opinion against or for what you were in the beginning. So yes. Yeah, I think. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is vote. Are you against or for the topic? There will be a link that will be on the screen that you can vote in. And towards the end, we want to know with the paper what you voted for as well. We want to know how many people are for and how many people are against at the beginning of the debate. You can go ahead and... I can't see the link. First by phone, وبعدين we want to see what you voted for on your phone. Best, where's the link? Menti.com. 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 Okay. And insert the code that appears on top. Use code 43406508. Menti.com. MENTI.com. So the numbers should be changing. Somebody already voted. We have 1 person opposing. We have 50-50. 60-40. 64-36. They're starting to change now. Are you for or against? Will AI replace humans in the workforce? So again, the voting is done by going to menti.com and inserting the code that's on top in the slide. Yeah, mentimeter.com. Okay. Mentimeter or menti.com? Menti.com. Menti, not mentimeter. Menti.com. Without meter. No, without meter. Just the website is menti.com. Menti.com. Yeah. Menti.com. So we are at 36 that support AI will replace humans in the workforce and 64 against. Yes. In the beginning and towards the end, if they could convince you to change your opinion or not. You have a few minutes to do that before we start. ربع ساعة ولا أقل من ربع ساعة. A few minutes. All right. 3367. I see some people still voting, so we'll take a few more minutes before you raise your card with what you voted for. So menti.com and insert the code 43406-508. And vote for or against. So our topic again is, will AI replace humans in the workforce? 3368. Now, I'll let you know when. Lena, we're waiting for everybody to vote online first. I think, did everybody vote online? So let's move on now to what did you vote for? Can you raise the card for or against? ما بحسب. Okay, I see a lot of red cards. Just like the percentages we see on the screen. For most people are against. AI will not replace humans in the workforce. Now let's move on to the debate. We will start with our first speaker, which will be debating against AI will not replace humans in the workforce, and it's Professor Mansoor Alaali, the president of Ahlia University. Professor Mansoor, you have 3 minutes. Please stick to the timing, as when the 3 minutes end, I will ring the bell. I will go. Yeah, okay. And let's take the bell with me. I'm surprised some of you raised the green anyway. Okay. I have been asked to debate against technology and AI, taking over from humans and rendering them obsolete for the scrapyard. How humorous and concerning. Humanity has always been looking into or researching about space, stars, galaxies, bacteria, and so on, hoping to find out how the world and us were created. They are a long way away. God's creation, in my view, is a mystery that humanity will forever explore and slowly discover part of it, but never all of it. Let's take apples and oranges. When do you think a machine or a robot or anybody can think of creating them?
Impossible. When do you think that AI systems will produce works like Charles Dickens, Shakespeare, Taha Hussein, Mahmoud Al-Aqad, sing the voices or sing in voices like Kulthum, Abdul Halim, Nat King Cole, or even Glenn Campbell? These are all professions. AI is exactly as it is called, artificial, not real, which means not real. AI is based on dead substances made from sand, steel, and other metals. AI and technology is still based on one human machine of ones and zeros. Intelligence is artificial. AI is the creation of humans, not humans, based on knowledge acquisition, some reasoning, and machine learning. We make it. The day we make it like a human brain with 100 billion neurons, all computers interconnected together, then we have solved only part of 1,000,000 problems. I'm not decrying progress made so far by AI and into AI, but this progress is man-made, human-made, by the human brain and thinking power. Think with me now. Think with me of how humans work. The workplace, replacing workers. Think with me how humans work, how they think, reason, analyze, evaluate, and so on. Also think with me how humans imagine. Imagination, this mysterious world that we live in, or dream in their sleep, or dream of getting something or doing something. Now move on to think about love, emotions, hate, dislike, greed, generosity, kindness. The list is too long. When do you think we can create this? Machines and tools have been replacing or helping workers since the Industrial Revolution. Now technology and AI have moved a step forward, slowly replacing menial jobs or helping in doing jobs, helping and providing data analysis, replacing robotic movements, and manipulating drones, driving cars, all menial jobs, menial jobs. They might even help in medicine sometimes or medical operations, but, and a big but, please, 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 don't let them fool you. Think of the apples and oranges. Think of the emotions, parenthood, love, imagination, desire, satisfaction, all. Think, when do you think this will happen? Creative, imaginative, emotional, cognitive, an absolute no. No. Think how decisions are made by us. Do you think it is just data and information? No. So I'll tell you, I will conclude. I will tell you when computers will replace jobs, when you can pass the camel through the eye of a needle. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Mansoor Al-Ali. Now we have for the topic, Ms. Esmat Ali Jaffer, the General Director of NQF and National Examinations at BQA Bahrain. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you, Dr. Mansoor. You have put it very nicely, but I would say that AI would definitely replace human being. The wave is coming, whether you like it or not, and you cannot stand against it. You have to go with it. AI will replace human being in the repetitive and routine jobs. The generative AI is becoming very powerful. It is a game changer. Industries started using it, and it will definitely change. Mostly the sectors that will change is the financial sector, the fintech, followed by the consumer sector. So why the AI is so powerful and definitely will change human beings in these repetitive routine sectors? Because AI produces much more accurate results in a very faster and efficient way. AI works 24/7, doesn't need a holiday, a break, a sick leave, or sleeping time, goes on and on. They work very cost efficiently, which will lead businesses to think about having less cost, more profits. They can work in hazardous environments, mining, manufacturing, and other places which are not safe for human being. They can analyze large amount of data very easily, very quickly, provide real-time information for decision makers. So whether we accept or not, AI is coming and it will replace human being. I know that there are some ethical considerations that we have to take into account, but we have to accommodate for these. We have to find ways to deal with them. There are certain jobs that still you need the human being, but AI will aid and will work with the human being in these jobs. So I think that my time is still not over, but my debate is over. I think that AI will definitely replace human being in those parts because of the reasons I have given. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Asmat. Now we have a counter argument by the team that is against. We have Dr. Reem Hamdan, the Acting Vice President of Academic Affairs at the University College Bahrain. You have 3 minutes.
I'll be less. Thank you. First of all, I'd like to make it very clear that being against the motion doesn't mean that we are totally against it. As we grow up, we learn that life is not about white and black, left and right. It's majorly about being in the gray area or being in the middle. So we are not against AI. We are not against technology. We are not against embracing technology. We are not against progression and opening new opportunities. But the only thing that we are concerned of is that we need to have a moment, stop and think. It's very easy to go with the motion, but the difficult part is to hold up and think and ask the difficult questions, the tough questions. So all over the progression of human beings, we were always looking to improve, to progression. However, it's very critical that we look at the future, where we are going. Does AI going to solve the major problems that human beings are being suffering from? Is it going to widen the gap between the poor and the rich? Is it going to provide us with the equal opportunities that this conference is about? Is it going to widen the gap between the weak and the strong, the first-class countries or the third-class countries, as the terms indicate? So these are the questions that we need to ask ourselves, whether it's going to improve our lives or replace us. At the end of the day, human beings are the ones who created AI, and they created it to help them to improve.
Time? Okay, efficiency. It could be improved with the time. Advancement are still carrying on. We can see the big changes that is happening. And therefore, don't worry, I'm on time. And therefore, it is absolutely facilitating decision making. And therefore, it's cheaper. They don't need more staff. They just need some sort of, time to do so. And lastly, believe it or not, February 22nd this year, the first AI robot will be the lawyer at the US court to defend somebody from jail. So it's absolutely taking over, I'm afraid. Okay? And therefore, we will really leave the time for my other colleague to defend it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Esra AlDhaen. Now we will be moving on to the audience. We would like to hear your thoughts. You have 1 minute to share your thoughts if you would like. Please raise your hand and we can pass, somebody will come pass you the mic if you would like to speak. We have.
Thank you. Very lively debate. Thank you so much. I think AI is not going to replace humans. AI is going to replace menial jobs done by humans. So I think there's going to need to be a macro and micro level, macro on government level and micro on individual and organizational levels to upskill and reskill the workforce. Because, the human factor, as mentioned by Dr. Reem, will stay, but the menial tasks that humans have been performing will be replaced, and they need to develop and upskill to doing more complex tasks. Thank you.
Thank you. جايبينه.
Well, first of all, I thank both team, and I think they work really hard to to try to convince us in their opinion. I personally have not seen any solid opinion from solid evidence from both sides. Although I am against this proposal, but I have just one question. If we assume that AI is going to replace humans even after 100 years, somebody has to manage, to program, to improve the AI system itself. And I don't think she will be able to have another AI to manage the AI itself. There must be another human. And so you need a human to program, to develop, to improve, to quality assure the AI system itself. That's a question you need to think about it.
Thank you, Dr. Ibrahim. Who else wants to?
Thank you so much for this very enlightening debate. I would like just, to say that I am opposing this because artificial intelligence with any forms will be fed by a human being. And whatever we are going just, to tell them, they will do. So it's not easy. And this morning, I think we have a presentation where convince us that even in China, with the number of robots that happen, but they have not replaced the human being. I think a human being have the mentality and they have the mindset that can convince us with a lot of things that just emotional artificial intelligence cannot. Thank you.
Thank you.
First of all, thank you very much. It's very, very difficult, of course, to decide. But, I'm going to change my mind. I got scared because it looks like, artificial intelligence going to replace people. And instead of having so many people doing the same job, there will be only one super doing that job, and the rest will be in a different category. And then we will go, will be reduced. There's only one super going at the end, and it looks like it's going to, not against, according to the beliefs, there will be at the end a hand which moves everything. So it looks like very, very, very difficult situation. So I must tell many of these people, you will be replaced. So
Thank you so much, Professor Abdullah Al Hawaj.
Okay.
Professor Mukhtar.
Sorry, Dr. Abdullah, but I think if you look at computer, how it started, it's really created jobs. It's challenging human being. It's brought the best out of the people. So artificial intelligence going to challenge a human being, their intelligence. It will make them more efficient. If those people who are left behind and they do not improve themselves, they will be replaced. So that's the part of the question. But those people who are going to improve on themselves, create opportunity, they will not be replaced. So artificial intelligence in the future will create a lot of job opportunity, like the information system and computing. And those who are going to be left behind, not improving themselves, yes, they will be replaced. But those who are smart and they know how to grab the opportunity, they will march to the top. So it is human civilizations and the dynamic of the any technology coming to replace, push out something and push in other things. So push and pull. That's the terms they use it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think there is no absolute answer for the question raised, but I'm just thinking of AI. Is it going to really overcome the issues of cultures and ethics? This is only a concern. Thank you.
Thank you.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. والله well done ما شاء الله, good presentation, everybody contribution by big value for this one. In my opinion, the title or the topic, I can say it may be not correct. The AI will be replaced the human being. It is impossible. No way. How can you replace the teacher? Where is the body language? And I said, my brother who said, how they coming in the ethics, in the emotional, how it replace the mother? The AI right now is as a product, same airplane, same car it will be support our life. Never, either after 100 years, no one can manage a human being. The human being, he will be managed the AI, artificial intelligence. My opinion, and I conclude my idea, the replacement of a human being will not coming for any era and any times. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to summarize my idea by one word, which is emotional intelligence. So it's never that artificial intelligence will replace the emotional intelligence of a human being, because artificial intelligence about data, information, but emotional intelligence, it is only related to human beings. So all of us, we are against this idea just because of the emotional intelligence. Thank you.
I have a question to the people, those who are supporting AI. Like, let's say we had this pandemic and how well we could, accommodate that online learning. And we were like very enthusiastic to go back to a classroom. So again, it's about emotions and human beings. I would rather think in a way that, if AI is developed by human beings, we would be like transforming into superhumans and super brilliant intellectual people along with AI. We will be growing along with AI. This is my point. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you?
Hello, my last word is about if we were really with it, this beautiful conference would not happen. So thanks to all the humans who have contributed to this beautiful conference, whether the management, the university, human being will surely win. Thank you.
Well, I say that artificial intelligence will never be replace human even after 1,000 years even, because at the end the human being has the human brain is God creation and artificial intelligence is a human creation. So at the end God creation will beat human creation. And thank you.
Yeah, Ahmed Zoba, Brunel University, London. Just that I have a position between for and against. 4, yes, it will replace the human. And as Ms. Esmat mentioned, that it will replace the routine work, it will replace the repetitive work. But against, because as we hear now, there are human skills the AI cannot replicate. Emotional intelligence, creativity, strategic thinking. This is the problem. So yes, it will replace, but to which level it will replace? It will not replace 100%. But they are going, we heard from Esra, ChatGPT, we have a very big crisis in the higher education worldwide now because of ChatGPT and the challenges we are facing. So as I mentioned yesterday in my talk, we need to teach the student how to use ChatGPT, okay? But to don't replace their critical thinking. But other issues, we have lack of skills, lack of education till now in the world for replacing AI, the human being. We have social impact we need to consider. We have economic impact we need to consider. So I can say to conclude, I am still against.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Okay, thank you very much. Very interesting debate. All we heard to date are, we heard humans' response to this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the AI to answer this question. So this is the answer that we got from the AI. AI is already transforming many aspects of the workplace, automating routine tasks and augmenting human capabilities. While AI may replace some jobs, it's more likely to change job roles and create new opportunities. The key lies in how humans adapt to and collaborate with AI technologies. So there we go, folks. This is what AI thinks about whether it will or not replace the workplace. Thank you.
Thank you. We can accommodate, I think, for a few more people. Mr. Abdullah wants to speak as well. No, Mr. Abdullah Drazi after. It's okay. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, I'm just going to say something about AI. As a doctor, I was in the UK. We performed some surgeries, critical surgeries, heart and brain, using artificial intelligences and robots. And I can see that the intelligences and technologies now are taking over, especially saving lives. We have seen a lot of surgeries that have been successful. Death rate is very low. Time-wise as well is very low. Using tools and other things are very low. So we can see the robots and artificial intelligences are taking over in some critical roles. We still need the human touch, to maintain them. But I can say that the robot and robot and technologies are going to take over. So I am still going to go with.
Robots took her place.
Well, it didn't take my place yet, but it is taking over because I think the robot will be performing my surgery soon. So I can hear what I can just convey what he said, that the robot is taking my place as a surgeon. So that's why I came to Bahrain. I joined this parliament. So robot is taking over soon. We will see human interactions, done by robots, and I think I am with.
Thank you very much. Just Mr. Abdullah Drazi has been raising his hands.
Thank you very much for interesting debate. I am opposing, of course, definitely such a motion for that. So imagine that you are in a wedding and your audience are robots. They congratulate you in any language that you choose. Imagine that you are in a funeral and all the audience are AIs. They're receiving condolences offering condolences. No way. No way. I mean, nobody is against technology. Nobody is against all development and using the technology. This is a completely different issue. So you will never, never replace emotion, intimate relationship, everything. Never will do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Um, Professor Abdullah Al Hawaj, last person from the audience, and then we will move on to the closing statements.
Yani, I'm trying to just convince people, I had an operation, a year ago done by robot, and instead of having 6 people with the surgeon, there was only 1. So there's 5 being replaced, because of the because of the programming. So the more artificial intelligence then become, advanced, it's going to replace ordinary people. There will be only left at the end the cream of the crop, so you could extraordinary people. So I could see, from here 1 or 2 will be replaced by, will stay. Sorry, no, not only this, and the rest will be replaced. They'll do different jobs, but they will be replaced from there. That's why Mariam left there, so she come here. So she's now in the parliament. She's trying to change the rules and regulations. So, thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Abdullah Al Hawaj, and thank you to every person in the audience that gave us their opinion. I can see the opinions are still against. Now let's see in the closing statement. Closing statements, and then we'll vote again. Okay, let's see in the closing statements if they could convince you before we re-vote again to see if the percentages have been swayed by our debaters. So we have our next person that is against will be Dr. Mohammad Kanan, the Vice Dean of Scientific Research in University Business Technology, KSA. You have 3 minutes.
Assalamu alaikum. Actually, let me start from the title that we are debating on. My opinion that should be artificial intelligence will replace human in the workforce completely. We have to ask this or to add this word. Otherwise, I will support both motions because IT or artificial intelligence should be considered as a complementary to the humanity, not to replace humanity. In such ways, we can use artificial intelligence in, let's say, very dangerous operations that can help, that needs lower variability in the achievement. In addition to that, the humanity or the emotional intelligence is very important. I would like to ask all of you a question that Mona Lisa paintings. The value of Mona Lisa painting came from the creativity and handmade. If AI made this painting, will it lose the value that it has right now or not? I will leave it for you. In addition to that, all of you listen to Kulthum, and I really listen to her songs till now. But if AI made these songs, it has no impact on myself as I hear this song from Kulthum. This is my own opinion. In addition to that, there is a mass of data. These data that AI will build on. Who can judge or validate this data that will be inserted to this system? So we need more regulations to manage this system. Also, the ethical issues that We need also regulations to manage, as I said before. As a human, sometimes I'm an industrial engineer working on quality systems. In quality systems, our target is to reduce or eliminate the variability. But actually, we cannot reach this goal, because once we reach this goal to eliminate the variability completely, we lose the beauty of our life. Which, in other words, variability is really a target to reduce, but it's also a pillar of our life to keep a continuous improvement in all processes that we are working on. In addition to that, I will not support to transfer the power of decision making from humanity to systems or other aspects. Why? Because I cannot let this AI system to think about me, because I have other backgrounds that I can build my decision based on. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mohammad Kanan. Now we have a counter argument again for AI replacing humans in the workforce. We have Dr. Ammar Al Hawaj, the Executive Director of Communications and International Relations at Ahlia University.
All right. So we heard a lot of different opinions today, just as my opposing team, the member, explained that perhaps it should be understood that artificial intelligence will replace humans in the workforce. Doesn't mean we're not against technology. I contend that it will replace humans. We must understand it will replace humans when we look at humans simply as humans. The humans that will survive mostly will be the humans that are augmented by AI, which still means you have to support the motion artificial intelligence will replace humans in the workforce. So some people say developments in artificial intelligence represents an emergency more than climate change. I say some people. Do you know who those people are? They include some of the most brilliant minds today. I'm sure you've all heard of Elon Musk. He needs no introduction. Aside from being known for Tesla, X, he is the co-founder of OpenAI, the company that created ChatGPT. I'm sure you've heard of Steve Wozniak, the co-founder of Apple, the man who founded Apple with the late Steve Jobs. The list goes on. It includes the cognitive scientist Gary Marcus, senior ex-officer of Google Mo Gaudat. They signed a letter just about a year ago with more than 1,800 signatories that calls on governments to pause AI immediately. AI development needs to be paused. Why? Because it represents a potential catastrophe, a high likelihood of a catastrophe. It needs to be paused because we need to look into the regulation. And regulation, I don't believe it's going to move fast enough. Left unchecked, at this pace of development that we have today, the pace of the development of regulation, AI is growing exponentially. It's not linear, it's not a line. It's explosive growth. Explosive growth that is catastrophic. So these are the words of Mo Gaudat. Actually, he says AI will learn emotional intelligence very soon. In a few years, it will replace 40% of jobs. Have you heard of artificial general intelligence? That's the next stage in development of AI. They say, the guys I mentioned now, we will have this in 5 to 6 years before the end of the decade. Other scientists, experts say possibly up to 2050, not too long from today. What is artificial general intelligence? It teaches itself, it performs non-routine tasks, what you talked about, complex, non-routine. AGI does that. Mo Gaudat says AGI will learn emotional intelligence. The pace of development is exponential and potentially catastrophic. So I urge you to vote for the motion, because humans left without a chip in their minds using AI, even some of those with a chip in their mind, they will be replaced.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ammar. Now we'll move on to the last closing statement from the people against the motion, which is, Dr. Hanan Nasser, the Associate Provost at American University, Bahrain.
At the beginning, when Professor Mansoor spoke, I thought that he paved my way. And saying no, no, no has made everything very easy for me, plus all my colleagues. And then I saw that the other team could change at least the mind of Professor Abdullah Al Hawaj. So my position here is going to be more difficult to convince you and make sure that you don't change your mind. And if you have changed, you come back to the right track, in the opposition track. So basically, when you look at all of what is happening around the world, you will see that AI is growing, but the aim of the growth of the AI is to facilitate the human being. It is to serve us in order to minimize the time spent on every task, in order to make us more efficient, in order to help us and have a better room to do something more. If I go back to the robotic which was used in order to do the surgery for Professor Abdullah, he said that the robot hasn't replaced 5 another surgeons. No, 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 no. We increased the capacity. We freed their time in order to go for another theater room and to save a life of another person. So it is increasing the capacity, minimizing the time, helping the human, helping us to become better, and think in another way how to overcome all of this, how to become creative, how to become innovative. If thousands of jobs were lost, thousands of jobs were created in the same time. If there is a lawyer who is going actually to the court to defend the case, remember that robot is programmed in a way which predefined the problem, inserted all the evidences inside this program, and then it is ready only to defend based on all the evidences in hand. But if anything uncertain happens in the court and new evidence come, the problem will be undefined. And if the problem is undefined, the programming of the robotics cannot solve it. They can only solve based on the information that you have priorly inserted into these robotics. And that's why you will see that you won't be able to replace them in many different jobs. If I look at the emotional intelligence, the social skills, the empathy that you are showing as a human, teacher won't be able to replace. You will use the AI to assess, to help, to customize some learning outcomes, but you can't replace them. And then at the last, when you look at the mobility and how easy the human can mobile, especially in construction, for example, field, you can't have a robotic in order to do everything. You will need the human to be aided by the robotic, but to help them, not to replace them. And that's my closing statement.
Thank you very much. Now we have our last closing statements as well for AI replacing humans in the workforce, which is Dr. Lefteris Kretsos, a lecturer at Brunel University, London, UK.
Thank you very much. Well, I have to say that I was impressed with the previous speaker, fantastic competitor But unfortunately, I have some bad news for you. Google today, AI and jobs, where we see massive layoffs, which companies? I didn't hear you, sorry. I know you are romantic people. I like you. I like the fact that you have such a romanticized conception about the reality. But the vast majority of the jobs that are lost currently in AI are in the big tech industry. They are creative in nature jobs, the same way as the biggest strike that took place last year in it was a Hollywood. It was artists, creative people. So this argument that you know what AI is not going to affect emotional intelligence, of course it can affect, because AI needs data and create emotions. And the worst thing about AI for us, unfortunately speaking, is that AI will control the decision making. It's not people that will take decisions. It's not people. So we have lost that. And we have lost that, of course, because we don't regulate anything in this life, unfortunately, I'm afraid of. So people do not have a choice, actually. Machines will decide themselves. Machines will connect each other with the algorithms. They will take decisions. The hand of God, I'm not talking about Maradona now, I'm talking about algorithms, is going to take decisions without us. And this is happening, unfortunately speaking, because AI affects all types of industries. AI affects all types of jobs, not just the most manual and repetitive type of task. AI is improving massively. All these hallucination effects are lost in a pretty short of time. And some, if you allow me to use some statistics here, I mean, I think you will understand how massive is the extension of AI. I mean, let me ask you, you know Netflix, I guess, don't you? We use AI, Netflix. I mean, all the recommendation is AI. I mean, you may like this movie and so on. So how long do you think that it took for Netflix to get 1 million users? How long it took for Netflix to have 1 million subscribers? 10 minutes? No. It took for 3.5 years. So how long it took for ChatGPT to get 1 million users? 5 days. So I think, or another research, 95% of customers' interactions by 2025 will be AI powered. I can continue with a lot of statistics. Just a final comment that IMF, World Bank recent surveys indicated that AI is taking jobs in the middle economies, high advanced economies, for all types of industries, all types of professions, and so on. So AI is different technology than the previous one, and I hope I convince you. I understand, I appreciate your passion and the romanticized conceptions, but vote for us, and we promise that you will have a free pass in the Four Seasons Hotel. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry for cutting your time short. It was a very interesting debate, but we have to move on with time. And now, after the closing statement, we want to see the votes again. We want to re-vote. So it was at 3070. Can you go now on menti.com again, insert the code, and let's see if they could sway your decisions. So you go to menti.com and you enter this code, and you can vote for or against the motion. Give you a few minutes. Keeps going up and down. Not yet. It has to settle. Any no more voting, and then we'll see. It seems very close to what it was. But let's see, the numbers are changing. So make sure you vote on menti.com with the code 4340658. I see people still voting. It seems the numbers have settled. Did anyone still not vote? You're still voting? No, it moves, I think. It moves, right? There are people that were opposed that moved on to supporting. But let's see what the final number is. لا بس they were 70. So some people moved there. It was 70-30 exactly. So it means you lost some people in the process. So 30-70. Now it's 36-64. It means some people that were opposed are now supporting the argument. All right, did everybody vote? Can we see with your cards? Are you for or against? So it seems some people were swayed. It's opposing is still a bigger percentage, but some people from the opposing side moved to supporting. I see more green now than red. Thank you very much to our debaters and to our audience. With this, we conclude our debate session. There were some very interesting arguments on both sides. Well done, everyone.